Okay, don't get mad, but I am forced to make a video about the two most annoying things in the software world, AI and JavaScript. Jeff Atwood law strikes again, and it turns out that, indeed, anything that can be written in JavaScript will eventually be written in JavaScript. In a move that shocked many of us, Anthropic has successfully acquired the Bun JavaScript runtime. In other words, moving forward, Claude Code, Claude Agent, and all future AI coding products will be powered by Bun and good old JavaScript. This is kind of a big deal, and, once again, excited Anthropic engineers, who definitely don't have their own agenda, are announcing that software engineering will be dead in the next 6 months. Please don't confuse this tweet with previous statements announcing the death of software engineering. Yes, there are a lot of these doom and gloom messages lately, because all these AI companies have the only goal of adding the programmer job on the list of endangered species, together with mountain gorillas and Amur leopards. But, regardless of the hype and the hidden agendas, this acquisition has some big implications, and we really need to talk about it. For a bit of context, Anthropic is the company behind the Claude chat assistant with the only goal of making you guys obsolete. Bun, on the other hand, is a pretty cool project. It started as a faster, modern alternative to Node.js built from scratch in Zig. Their pitch was attractive enough to draw an initial $7 million investment, and in the last couple of years they became one of the most promising tools in the JavaScript ecosystem. In all fairness, this acquisition has a lot of potential, especially for Bun. In their initial announcement, the Bun team made it clear that Bun will stay open source and MIT licensed, it will be extremely actively maintained, it will still be public on GitHub, and its roadmap will continue to focus on high-performance JavaScript tooling, Node compatibility, and replacing Node as the default server-side runtime for JavaScript. However, they'll also spend more time improving Claude Code and Claude Agent, and here is the actual red flag. We can be sure that the interests of Anthropic don't align with the interests of the JavaScript community, and whether we like it or not, the chances are that decisions regarding Bun's future will be driven by whatever makes Claude look more capable, not by what makes Bun a healthier, more stable runtime for real developers. Anthropic didn't buy Bun because they suddenly became passionate about improving the JavaScript ecosystem. After all, Bun is already open source, so they could have just used it as is. The truth is that they bought it because they need to control the future and the priorities of the project. This is the only relevant conclusion for us developers. The sad reality is that sooner or later, this is the path for all popular open source projects. The problem of money in open source is a touchy one, mostly because there is almost no money in open source. Sooner or later, maintainers realize they can't make a decent living from donations and the occasional consultancy gig. And this is when the big helpful corporations are happy to jump in and steer things into the right direction. But before wrapping things up, there is one more important topic we need to address. I think it's funny that these companies, pushing the idea of AI being able to replace developers, are actually hiring developers and acquiring software companies. If the AI tech would be so advanced and powerful, wouldn't it be easier to prompt Claude to build its own bigger and better JavaScript runtime environment instead of paying these obsolete sacks of flesh and bones? There was a time when the industry was laughing at big tech managers and their obviously stupid predictions. After the iPhone launched in 2007, the CEO of Microsoft famously stated, "There's no chance that the iPhone is going to get any significant market share. No chance." It was funny then, and it's even funnier now. So, when the CEO of Anthropic says in March of 2025 that AI needs 3 to 6 months to be able to write all code software developers were in charge of, he should be laughed at. Or at least be met with the same skepticism we used to reserve for people trying to push the next crypto scam. Warren Buffett puts it best. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster, they tell you nothing about the future. The reality is that you must be crazy to attempt to make serious predictions in the tech world. So here's my prediction about AI and software. Every breakthrough in AI will be immediately repurposed to either generate boilerplate, mindless code, or to generate more AI that generates boilerplate, mindless code. And if you look closely at the screen, you'll see that this circular AI generation craziness looks a lot like a bubble.
I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air.